Hi, everyone. Welcome to another edition of CineMayo's Movie Chat. I'm here with Tim Allen, and I'm here with Tom Hunyadi. And we're ready to do another show. See what people have watched the past 2 weeks, because we haven't been on in 2 weeks, or if you picked up anything. I personally haven't done anything the last 2 weeks movie-wise, so I'm not going to have one title to talk about that I already did a video for. But at least when I get to mine, which I'll do last, there's going to be a little topic that I kind of said in a video that's interesting, I think. Hello, Ramoga. What's a good word?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Mike. Wall Jasper.
Hello.
Yeah. I think I heard that at the beginning of some podcast.
Yeah, there's some podcast out there that uses that. I don't know.
Yeah. Hello, George. Music for all four seasons, and that's our audience. I would know we'll get more people here. I'm just saying there. So just before we start, Tom, I know you go to the movies a lot. You've been busy. Like, have you gone to the movies?
Like 4 or 5 times in the last 3 weeks, because it's been 3 weeks since I've been on.
It's been 3 weeks for you. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, good little movie by Richard Linklater called Blue Moon. I saw. That's the guy that just Ethan Hawke. Pretty good movie with Ethan Hawke. He played the duo Rogers and Hammerstein.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ethan Hawke played the character that Rogers, or played the writer that worked with Rogers before Hammerstein. So they had a long career prior of Rogers and Hammerstein. So this was a really interesting movie, and that's going to tie into a movie that I bought on Blu-ray here in a little bit. Yeah. I saw the female boxing movie called Christie, which was I really enjoyed. There was another movie with called Die My Love with Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson. My favorite movie of the year so far called Nuremberg with Russell Crowe and Rami Malek. And then I, just for shits and giggles, went to go see the new Predator Badlands movie. And it was good. Didn't love it, but it was good. So,
did you have some shits or giggles?
Yeah, I had few shits and I had a few giggles. So that was fun. That was fun.
So you've been around. How about this? You must have seen this.
Yeah, I did. I think you weren't at. I don't think you were at that show or this show that we did like 4 weeks ago or whatever. And I did talk about going to seeing Begonia, and I did like it very, very fantastic.
Yeah, I can't remember what I had for breakfast, so I don't remember.
Well. So we'll get all the new movies out of the way, because I know this isn't a new movie crowd here. So Lila here, I think sees some new movies from time to time.
Yeah. So a lot of people do. Not me, but what a lot of people do. Got any more comments? I don't know. So was that? I don't know. I'm doing things out of order a little bit. Usually I say, "What'd you pick up lately?" and that kind of thing. There's a Criterion sale going on.
Yeah, the Criterion sale is going on now. I'm gonna probably go next week when that Eyes Wide Shut comes out, and I know we talked about that on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it needs to be talked about now. But maybe when I pick it up, I'll take a look at it and because I have a past Blu-ray from Warner Brothers. So maybe when I get the one from Criterion, I can go in my storage and get the one that I have, the past, and then do like a little comparison from that image that you sent me.
Okay. Talk about that another time, maybe. See what you think of it. Well, Penny Lane, what's going on?
Penny.
Yeah, I know the substance is. Like I said, I would see it. But,
I don't know if Joe would like Begonia, to be honest with you. I mean, it was a little sci-fi towards the end, but But other than that, I don't think Joe would like.
Why? How do you? It's one thing people who know about me. It's what kind of movie I like.
Yeah, I know Joe enough, long enough that I know that he
No,
probably
you
wouldn't
won't
like.
know what kind of movie I like.
Yeah,
Because
I do.
well, unless it's a lot
Yeah,
of needless
yeah.
CGI craziness that makes you go nuts. Other than that, it doesn't have to
No,
be horror.
yeah, no.
Would you ever think I'd like The Sound of Music?
Yeah,
No, you wouldn't
yeah,
think I'd like that.
yeah, because
Well,
it's an older movie. It's an older movie.
it's an older movie. Yeah, I guess that's why I like Side Effects. Well, now it's like 5, 6 years
Yeah.
old or something. Come on, they're all the same. Whether a movie's 2005 or 2025, it's the same thing. And I'm not, before anybody asks, somebody will. I have no interest in the Frankenstein movie. I have to judge for myself, but again, I have no interest. I've seen a million Frankenstein movies. This creature looks too docile. He doesn't look monstrous enough for me. I have no interest. I have no interest. I may love it, but if I don't see it and I miss a movie I would have loved, oh well, life goes on. But I just have no interest in it. I mean, maybe one of these days I'll catch it on cable or something. A year from now or something, or whatever it is. Jump scare that affected you. I always go with Jaws with the head coming out of the boat. That's still one of the best, but there's probably other ones just as well. Also, The Exorcist 3, there's a notorious jump scare scene involving a long hallway that everybody loves. So those are my two. Tom's got a faulty. I think he only has faulty internet on my shows. I don't know what it is, but I don't think it happens on the McCartney shows and things. I think. But how about you, Tim? You have a jump scare?
I don't watch a lot of horror movies, so I can't think of a lot of jump scares. I could think of one of the early. I don't even know if it's a jump scare, but one of the earliest things that scared me as a kid is in The Bride of Frankenstein, when the bride sees Frankenstein and she screams. That just scared the crap out of me.
Wow. You know what I call Bride of Frankenstein? A horror film for people who don't like horror films. No, but I love the movie. But it was creepy as a kid, huh?
Yeah, that scared the crap out of me.
Yeah. Yes, of course, Alien is that scene with the chest burster or whatever they call it. Is a good scene. I'm wondering if Tom's trying to communicate with me at all. Let me just get my phone. You'll have to answer a couple of remarks if there are any.
So how you doing, everyone? Yeah. This is great. I like some Clint Eastwood movies. I'm not a huge Clint Eastwood fan. I like some of his earlier westerns, and some of the Dirty Harry movies are okay, but I'm not a huge fan. And some of his later films are pretty good, but I don't like everything that he's ever done.
Okay, I don't know, what I missed, if anything, but this
Not
one,
nothing, not a damn thing.
Clint Eastwood, yeah, Clint Eastwood. I don't like Clint Eastwood. Been watching The White Lotus lately. Gee, it's a beautiful production, stunning scenery, acting top notch, great storylines. 50 Thunderer, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with Tom. If you need another link or something, let me know here, and I'll just do it publicly.
It's nice for him to drop by.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. He's back. There he is. Wait for him to get all set up. Okay, you ready? Let me know if you're ready. How long you been doing this, Tom? How long? I thought Tim was bad with his old internet and stuff, but so Tim, do you have a favorite genre movie, and is it possible to pick your favorite movie?
I I have some favorite genres, but I just like. I was about to say when you guys were talking about new movies, and I'm like, my favorite genre of movie is a movie called a good movie. That's basically it. If a movie's good, I don't really care what genre it is. If it's a good movie, it's a good movie. Um,
Yeah. Well, you still could have a favorite genre. Like I have horror, but I
well,
like good movies in
I
all
have
genres.
I have so many favorite movies. High Fidelity with John Cusack is one of my favorite movies. Um,
I don't know if Tom's
Every
ready.
time I see it, I like Casablanca more. That's what become one of my favorite movies, and I never liked it when I was younger. But
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna give that another spin.
I have tons. I mean, there's just movies are so vast and I mean, I can't think, but I probably have 1,000 favorite movies. I just you know movies are great. A good movie is a good movie, and I don't think genre matters. I'll never collect the genre of movies. Just movies are good.
Is it Tom? This is just a Tom a question. Because you are far from the movie theater, do you mean Tim? He's asking Tim.
Oh,
Sorry, Tim.
oh,
Because you're far from the movie theater, though, Tim, is it hard for you to get into newer movies?
yeah. I don't see them. I don't have because I don't have cable. I don't use streaming services. I don't like streaming, and they don't sell them anymore in stores. So I don't really even have access to new movies. I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
My only place I have to buy movies is a thrift store. That's it. Nobody sells them anymore.
Wow. Well, why don't we go right into if movies that you've seen? I know you have said you have a stack. Well, unless you picked up any first. Did you pick up anything?
Yeah, I picked up a few. I picked these up actually probably 2.5 weeks ago. I forgot to show them on the last. Maybe it was even longer than that because I forgot to show them on the last show that we did. So these go back, but I haven't showed them yet, so they're still newish. Um, Believe it or not, I've never seen this, and I've always wanted to, mainly because I know that it really screwed him up. But Jim Carrey, Man on the Moon, of course, the Andy Kaufman story.
Yeah, I
I've
never
never
seen it.
seen it,
How is it?
and I haven't seen it. I
Oh,
haven't.
you haven't watched it yet. Okay.
No, I haven't watched it, but I picked it up because I know that this really changed his life, not for the better. He got too into the character, so I picked that up to watch how he went down. I've always heard this is good layer cake.
Beats me.
So it's kind of a contemporary noir kind of thing. Um, and I forget it. Amber Heard is in it before long time before she went nuts. So that's interesting. I picked this up because I have one of the older ones. The
Oh
Dracula,
yeah.
like what is it, 5 film series? This one should
Yeah.
actually play. Mine has
Well,
problems
right.
doing that.
Right. Well, there's a thing that went on a while ago. Do you have the one with the greenish cover box?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Those
those
are the
are
ones that
that wouldn't play after a while. Yeah.
yeah,
Hey.
yeah. So and again, these were probably all buck. So, to get
Oh
these
God.
what 5
It-
movies or whatever, 5 or 6, however many there are for a buck.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
the Dracula movies. Yeah, these
Mhm.
were a buck. Um 5 Superman movies. I know I'm not a superhero guy, but for a buck, I'm not
Well,
leaving.
that's good if you're a kid. And if Tom
Well,
was
yeah,
here, he'd
no,
probably
I
say
I know what
say
I've said, but I might give them a watch one day. So yeah,
how
I
you doing,
picked
Tom?
up. Again, this is 20 cents a movie. So pick those up.
It's child stuff.
And it is. I couldn't agree more. And speaking of kids stuff, I have like seasons 2 through 6 or something like this. I never owned season 1 of the Flintstones, and I found it for
Yeah.
like $1. So I picked that up.
Classic cartoon.
And I've never owned any of these. And again, for $1, I'm not leaving behind season 1 of Gilligan's Island.
Where do you get these things for $1?
My thrift store.
That thrift store of yours. Amazing.
So that's it. That's everything I picked up. But again, this was like 3 weeks ago or something. It was a while ago.
Well, all right. Well, glad to see they got a good amount of stuff there. And I'm just going to try to catch up a little bit here. Not much to catch up on, but has anyone seen the black comedy Happiness?
Oh, yes. And it's, oh, yes. If anybody that's seen Happiness, they know. They know.
Okay. I don't know.
I don't think I have.
Yeah. Pretty good cast. You know, it's one of Philip Seymour Hoffman's earlier roles.
Oh, I like it. What's the Happiness with a Y? That there's some movie that something of happiness with.
Oh, but
Chris
Criterion put
Rock maybe.
Yeah. Happiness is quite the interesting film.
What's this about? You got a nice big flat screen, Tim, surround sound?
I don't do surround sound, but again, most of the movies that I watch aren't in surround sound. But anyway, I have a 55-inch TV. I have a really small house, and a 55-inch TV is all I need. Believe me, I'm only 10 feet from it. I mean, because my house is small, and it's in the biggest room in the house, so you know it's big enough. I'm happy enough with it.
Hi, Ali. Ali says, I watched the first 2 Apes films. The first was very enjoyable. The second really missed Heston, not in a starring role. Well, you know, the Planet of the Apes original films are you know, one of my favorite series of all time, one of them. And I know them better than I know the back of my own hand. And I'm so tired of the first one. It's just, you know, it's obviously, you know, objectively the best one. But you know, I used to have friends. We get together once a year and we do an Ape Fest. We watch the first 5 films. Couldn't wait for the first one to be over because, it's great. Planet of the Apes, the classic. Let's get to the sequels and something different. And personally, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, the second one, was my favorite as a kid. Now that I'm older, I know I can easily see all the flaws with it. I thought it was just a great comic book movie as a kid. However, I love what the direction the film goes for number 3 and number 4 and number 5. I love they go back to the past, or it's an alternate past. But anyway, I you know, a lot of diehard Apes fans say I like the first 2 movies the best. I always say there's not much you can do with that because you've got apes that are intelligent, humans that are mute beasts, and what do you do with that formula? You hunt them, you catch them, they escape. What else you do with it? After 1 or 2 movies, you need a little more. You need to have the humans communicate too, and be able to, you know, have some intelligence too to interact with them, try to live with them. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I enjoy 3 and 4 myself very much.
Oh yeah, me too. Oh sure. I myself pre-ordered Blu-ray of the 4K Blu-ray set of the Mask. Are you talking about the Jim Carrey mask, or
well, if he's talking about Mask from the 80s with Cher, yeah, that's just Mask. I think it's not.
Yeah, because of the Jim Carrey one. I mean, I like the Jim Carrey movie. I'll be honest with you. That's the only. I mean, I don't like Jim Carrey, but I did like them. I thought he was perfect for that kind of a zany role. Yeah, I can't stand Andy Kaufman personally, so I have no interest personally. It won't get me interested in Andy Kaufman because I don't care about Andy. Sorry, Andy.
He was an interesting, very flawed human being.
Well, I know what Tom's thinking with this. What do you think, Tom? What's your answer to this immediately?
Well, when I think about a remake, I'm just like, really? But then I consider. I mean, if it's a book, it's more of a. I don't consider it a remake. I consider it a retelling. Like this Running Man. Like this Running Man that's out right now, it's not a remake of the Arnold Schwarzenegger film. It's a remake, or if it's a retelling, that's more accurate to the book. And I haven't seen it yet, but I don't know if I'm going to.
I thought you would say, "Wait, they've been remakes forever, not just these days." But first I was thinking. I'll be honest with you. When I pulled the question up, I'm thinking sequels, not remakes. Now it's not remakes. Yeah, there's too many remakes these days. To me, the problem is there's too many remakes of films that are perfectly all right and good to begin with. Now,
well, that's the thing. They should take films that that were good ideas, good stories, blah blah blah, but flawed, weren't very good, and remake those into a good film. They shouldn't take great films and remake them. What's the point?
Well, I mean, I'll give you an example of one that I did really enjoy because there was this really little known Marlon Brando, David Nevin film called Bedtime Stories that was kind of just like forgotten about. All right, that movie got remade into Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Right.
You know, and I think the Dirty Rotten Scoundrels is probably better than, you know, the original with two of the best actors that ever lived.
Yeah, and that does happen. It does happen where newer remakes are better. Most of the time, I think they're not, but I haven't seen every one ever made. But you know, but a lot of times, you know, sometimes they're good. A lot of times, not the case, I guess. But that's what they say anyway. I mean, I feel the same about books and things like you. I mean, there's something different about that for me, just the retelling. I'm personally sick of Frankenstein movies. That doesn't mean I think there's anything wrong really with making another Frankenstein or telling, but I think I'd rather watch Mary Shelley's Frankenstein with De Niro as him. That shows you how much. That's how much I don't want to see the new one. That I'd watch De Niro as the monster before this.
Yeah, and before my internet just decided to stop working, I was going to say we were talking about that, and I was going to say, I mean, I had a chance to see that in the theater. I had a little independent theater that was playing it, but I just didn't want to drive the 30 minutes to go see it, you know. But yeah, I mean, I didn't like the look of the monster either. You know, it's just didn't work for me.
Yeah, I still defend De Niro in it because you know. It's hard to say if you forget it's him. Like if there was no such actor as Robert De Niro, and he's just some actor, I think he's fine in it. It's just that it's hard because you know De Niro.
It's De Niro. Plus, you know, his accent, and you know, I didn't buy his accent in the movie either. So you know,
Cable Guy, I remember too. Yeah, Cable Guy and Mask. We were talking about.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey. Then Cable Guy is underrated. We watch an episode of Gilligan every night, 2/3 of the way through first season. Yeah, my Mary Tyler Moore's figured out second season. Tough.
Yes.
Have you seen The Queen?
Yeah, Helen Mirren. Yep, I think she won Best Actress for that. Yeah,
I think
good movie.
I think I saw it.
Good movie.
Hello. James Farley. Peter Boothrow, you watched all 5 Apes movie in a row. What's the most amount of movies you watched in a row? You know, maybe there was more than that at some point in my life. I mean, it's usually the 5 Apes movies. And I say it's not, you know, it's not as bad as it sounds. I mean, the longest one is the first one, which is 112 minutes. That's 8 minutes under 2 hours, and the rest of them are 90 minutes.
90 minutes,
you know, around. So it's not tough to do. You know, we would watch the first 2, which is easy to put back to back. Then we'd have a break. We get a pizza or something. You know, take a rest, and then we'd watch the other 3. It's just by the time you're done, it's an 8-hour workday pretty much, and it's like, you know, I'd rather be spending 8 hours watching Apes movies I like with a break, or, you know, a meal break or something, or 2, whatever.
I did the 3 Lord of the Rings films, but they were the extended versions. So I did all 3 of those. Those were like 4 hours each, you know. So I did all 3 of those. So that's like a 12-hour sitting right there.
I've never done a series, but I went to this they had this week-long film festival in DC once, and they were celebrating, like, I think the 30s or 40s through the 80s, and I went to the 50s day and saw 5 films on a huge screen in a theater in one day, in one go. Just they gave you little breaks here and there, but yeah, I spent like an entire day in a movie theater. It was interesting.
Well, something that I want to do coming up is Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair is supposed to be coming around in December, and I cannot find a theater.
It's showtimes. Showtimes I don't think have been announced yet.
Oh yeah, they better do it. It's supposed to be December 5th, for God's sake. And my nephew wants to do it, so we want to do it together. We want to get a date and a time.
Yeah, just so it's supposed to be like 4 hours and 14 or 15 minutes.
Well, this is what I saw. This is what I saw today. 4 hours and 41 minutes. That's impossible. That don't sound right. Doesn't sound right.
Well, they added extra footage and they created a new animated sequence for the film as well.
Yeah. Well, I want to do it, but but even for me, I mean, 4 hours, all right, maybe, but 4 hours and going close to 5, if that's the case.
Well, that definitely should have like some kind of
intermission.
Intermission, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Have either of you two ever seen the international cut of the entire film?
No, not yet.
Well, that's the show. We talk about Kill Bill.
Yeah,
well, that's with all the blood intact in it.
Well, there's 2 major differences. The scene that goes black and white in the international film doesn't.
I like that in black.
Well, the guy gets split in half. That's full color.
That's what I'm saying. It's more color, right?
Yeah, and towards the end of the first one, the bride does a lot to Sophie that got cut out of the American version.
Right. Well, yeah, I know that. I've heard about that, and of course,
those are the major differences. And they cut out the expository scene at the beginning of the first one because when you see them together, you don't need that.
Yeah.
So that's cut out. Other than that, about the second one's about the same, except for that.
But when you first said black and white, I was thinking of what's now known as Kill Bill Volume 2. The beginning's in black and white, but that's not what you're talking about. You're talking about the fight scene.
No, I'm talking about the big fight scene in the restaurant. All of a sudden, they switch out the light and it turns black and white.
Yes, I know.
It stays color in the
original. You had to do that in the regular print, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know.
Yes, I do, Lila. Clockwork Orange is probably in my top 5 favorite films of all time. I do like Get Carter and Italian Job. I like Mona Lisa and Long Good Friday as well. So and If is really good. So I do like those gritty British films. I own a lot of
them. Jim Carrey, the one I have not seen. Zulu, no,
not yet.
Oh man, I gotta like it going here. Do you guys try to steer clear of sport movies? I watch some of them myself, but it depends who's in them. I don't really care.
If I'm interested in sport.
The film I just saw called Christie, she was like the female boxer that put that sport on the map. So.
Yeah, I love the Carpenter's remake of The Thing. I like more than The Thing from Another World. Yeah. That's a rarity for me, I always say, Let me see. Yeah, The Shining, I really don't think I like The Shining. I've seen it a couple of times, not in a long time. I was thinking maybe I better go and see it in the theater. I never saw it in the theater. Maybe one time just to see if I can like it. I just don't. As much as I like Nicholson, I don't like him in that movie. I just.
I think he's perfect for that film.
I don't. Neither did who else didn't think he was perfect.
Yeah. Yes, I do, Mr. What's his name? Stephen King.
Yeah, even though, like I said, doesn't matter, right? Of course, I know it doesn't matter what I think or Stephen King thinks, but what Tom feels. But for yourself. However, my whole thing is, I still don't think the guy's. I don't know. I got this wrong all the time. Somebody corrected me. Was it you, Tom? Somebody said
What's that?
in the book, like I say, he's crazy he looks crazy and weird from the beginning. So there's no, if it had been a Robert Redford type of person that looks all wholesome, at the end he becomes like loony, then it would be more freaky to me. But he's freaky, looking at him no matter what when he's in. And I hate the whole red rum thing with these stupid kids and whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, and then plus, I mean, they deviated from the book so much. There's a lot that they could have used in the movie that could have helped it along. I mean, there's a lot that happens in the basement of the hotel that didn't get talked about. There's a lot that happens with the bushes, that didn't get talked about, but or that they didn't show in the movie. But oh well, I still enjoy it.
I do not like Bram Stoker's Dracula. Has some good things in it for me. I like some of the atmosphere and some of the effects. I think I like Sadie Frost in there very much. I think, of course, Winona Ryder, I think, is miscast in there. I wish she could have done Godfather 3 instead. I also think, of course, Keanu Reeves is pretty poor. I like Anthony Hopkins as Van Helsing, but I don't like Gary Oldman as Dracula. And that's a big thing. And the other thing is, it's a weekend love story again. Dracula's John Lennon in it when he gets the glasses and the John Lennon glasses and the hippie hair. And he's got the onion do at the beginning, the bouffant hairdo. That's not in the book. Bram Stoker's Dracula is supposed to be with a heavy mustache, a bit not clean shaven. He's supposed to have all in black. He's in red in the movie. The only reason I'm picking on it is because the idea was it was going to be Bram Stoker's Dracula. It was going to be the definitive. And it's not. It's Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula. So I don't want to see a lovable Dracula you feel sorry for. I don't want to see that. Although the Jack Palance TV version, you do feel sorry for him because that's what this copies a lot. This one takes a lot from the TV version where he has Jack Palance has a romantic past. But how do I explain it? He's still, when he's Dracula, he's still a bad villain. You still fear him and hate him, even though he was once romantic and normal. So that's the difference to me. And the Frankenstein movie is no great shakes either. But if I'm going to watch one, I'll watch that over it. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I like Gary Oldman.
Yeah, I mean, I like him in general. I just don't like him in that movie, I guess. While the films are on, what do you mean? Well, you mean the Apes films? If you talk about the Apes films, yeah. Might be a little talker because we've seen them 100 times and we're just getting together. The three of us used to get together just to have fun with it. But yeah, I got to get going. With what we're talking about. Appreciate all the comments, but we got to get all our other views in here. I don't have many. I got one. Frankie Monster to me has to have a flat top. It's not that. Bolts in the neck and all of that. Yeah, I got you. Well, no, I mean, as much as I love the old Karloff and the Universal Monster, it's iconic. Yeah, that doesn't take me out of it, But I want the monster to. It can't be attractive. I mean, although they did a couple of movies like that. Frankenstein: The True Story. They had him attractive. Peter Sarrazin played the monster. He was attractive, but then he gradually his skin starts rotting and he turns ugly into a monster. Anyway, let's get going. Let's go through these. Artistic license in film, kill me in films. They have all the factual timeline in front of them, then embellish and change the facts. Well, that's how I feel. You know that. You guys?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Talking about biopics, aren't you?
Well, I mean, if anytime they have any kind of historical thing that deals with real life people, yeah. I mean, if they have all the facts in front of them and they deviate from those, then piss on them.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to catch up with the comments, and then if you guys will take a break till after we talk about some other films that we've seen. I think isn't he supposed to make at least one more movie?
One more movie.
And he better make it Kill Bill 3.
Yeah, I don't think he will. Uma's getting too old.
Yeah, Kill Bill. You mean? Yeah. I have the original Cat People to watch. Good one. Only
Yes.
ever seen the 1980s. Yeah, well, I think the first one's better than that one
Yeah.
myself. See, like this is an example. If I'm going to see Going in Style, I'm not going to see the 2017 one. I'm going to watch the one with George Burns and whoever else was in there. I forget now.
Right.
But
Was it Art
yeah,
Carney?
yeah. Ah, correct about a film you've seen many times, but this time you get a chance to see it on a big screen. It changes the whole dynamic. Well, if they can get a different actor in there. No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I might.
They'll be doing that soon. Don't worry about that. But we won't go there right now. But
Actually, there is another Frankenstein movie coming out next year.
Wow.
I think it's called The Bride with Christian Bale and an actress playing the bride. I forget the name of the movie, but Maggie Gyllenhaal directed it. Looks pretty good. Looks like Frankenstein meets Bonnie and Clyde.
They did that already. Jesse James meets Frankenstein's daughter.
Yeah.
A terrible movie, that one. Yeah, I don't know. I can't comment on this. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys.
Well, probably because of the fact that the last person that was before Jack probably didn't know, So they had a lot of caretakers since because that happened in the 1920s, if I remember correctly.
Well, I remember. Well, I do have a Blu-ray of it, a used Blu-ray that I picked up. But anyway, let's talk about some of the movies that we see. Well, wait a minute. We did pickups.
And I haven't done I haven't done my pickups yet.
All right, do your pickups. Let's find out.
All right, real quickly. From Criterion, the greatest of all time. No, it's kidding. I don't know if you ever seen Altered States, the Ken Russell film from 1980. This was William Hurt's debut film, and it's sci-fi kind of film, kind of trippy, kind of like a lot of experimentation with LSD and stuff like that. So I enjoyed this. I picked up a movie that I saw as a kid, and I haven't seen it since, and I've been wanting to watch it. Sting is a complete bastard in this movie, and it's called Brimstone and Treacle. This is an English production. So Lila, I'm kind of curious if you've seen this one before, but Sting, you got to see that. I mean, Sting plays kind of like a grifter type guy, con man, and he convinces an older gentleman that he knew his daughter. So, but the daughter was in an accident. So Sting kind of works his way into the family, and he convinces that the husband and the wife that he dated the daughter that's now kind of like in a way kind of paraplegic in a way. So, and then, I won't spoil what happens at the end, but this is a good little movie, and Sting is a bastard. Now it's funny how things work out, because the day I went to go see that movie Blue Moon is the day that I got this movie. It's called Manhattan Melodrama. Now, this is the first movie that William Powell and Myrna Loy were in together, and the director W.S. Van Dyke liked the chemistry between the two. So then the Thin Man series came from this film. Now, the opening song in this movie is called Blue Moon, which was written by Hammerstein and Hart, which is the guy that was that Blue movie that I saw later on that night was based on. So it's just kind of funny how things intertwine, And and lastly, a movie called Madawan, again, another Criterion film that was released on Criterion label. I haven't seen this one yet, so this is by John Sayles, but looking forward to this. 1987. So yeah, that's what I've picked up the last couple weeks.
Whew, that was fast. Hello, Dusty Spin. Thanks for saying hi here.
Dusty.
Yeah, I finally watched Cleopatra 1, 1978. It's cheese. No, I don't like to see the trailers. I hate the trailers. They play like 30 trailers now, and I wish I didn't see them.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though. It's like now, it's like as soon as the trailers start, it's pitch dark in there. So I do like to get there before the trailers start, so that way I don't have to get my flashlight on or phone or interrupt anybody that's there.
Yeah, this is a joke about, I made a rant video once when I was seeing Ben-Hur on the big screen, and this old lady kept talking to her partner constantly. Oh, do you know Stephen Boyd is Irish? Did you know? Oh, look at this. She talked. I did tell her during the intermission, shut up or whatever. Or my girlfriend might have. I can't remember. Hello, Rocco, Frankenstein cover on New York Times. Hello, Rome loves Dan. A little slow, but great. The Shining. This is interesting to me. Based on Joe talking about it, I watched Apartment 7A with some younger folk who had no reference. I liked it. They did too. Apartment 7A is a prequel to Rosemary's Baby that I have not seen. Now, you said they had no reference. If you're telling me the younger folk never saw Rosemary's Baby, I have to say this. I have to say that. It's one of the greatest films ever made. And you don't like it, right?
No, I would think that younger folk would find it boring.
Well, sophisticated ones would like it. Typical people that like the new movies, Fast and Furious and all that crap, they probably would. But if they know good filmmaking and tension and suspense and all of that, anyway,
no
whatever.
CGI car crashes in it.
Well, but the thing is, Apartment. I saw trailer and scenes from 7A. I was going to watch it for a lark. You can't judge it just by a trailer or by certain scenes. First of all, the young girl that's in Apartment 7A has a small role in Rosemary's Baby. They follow her before her part in Rosemary's Baby. Looks nothing like her. Looks nothing like a 1960s person. Completely 2024-ish. I would never. You can't even find somebody that looks remotely like her, or that has the hairdo of the. She's wearing almost like a beehive, I think, type of almost deal, sort of, in Rosemary's Baby. You can't have that. Okay, whatever. So whatever. I may see it just for a lark, and I'll apologize if I was wrong. I've done it before because I can't make judgment on it. I haven't seen it, but you liked it. I mean, you liked it though. Do you know Rosemary's Baby? I'm assuming you do.
Yes, there was well, here's the thing. The one I showed is the theatrical version. I learned watching the commentary that there was a televised version, and that's the one that got banned.
Ken Russell movies always attack the senses.
True.
They spoil too much in trailers. Yeah, some of them do. Favorite Thanksgiving movie? Thanksgiving, a horror movie, slasher movie, and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. How many more are there?
Yeah. That's it. That's the only two they ever made.
No, I don't know. In Broadway, Danny Rose, there's a Thanksgiving bit at the end of it.
Well, there's lots of movies with Thanksgiving.
Let me tell you something. Frankenstein movies were done a long time ago, but if you haven't seen them, then it's fresh to some young people and older people too. But man, they were done in the 70s. I mean, happy belated Odd Couple. I didn't forget that day, November 13th.
Yeah,
the day that, that day, right?
Yeah, I heard you mention it during. Didn't you mention that during Danny and you and Joe and Danny's show?
Never to return.
Yeah. But he knew in his heart. No,
these 17 and 28-year-olds had no reference to the 68 film or story. Maybe it'd be better for them though if they didn't. It's a prequel, but made sure my kid knows it though. Sometimes I would say prequels ruin something that you're supposed to imagine what happened or what, they explain everything too much and then it's not the same. The lead actress's hair does change through this Apartment 7A film. There was a horrible sequel. I just did a review on a terrible TV movie Look What's Happened to Rosemary's Baby. It was a TV movie sequel. There's a movie for you.
Hooah!
By the way, anybody check my new banner edition? I put me meeting Al Pacino in my new banner. It's nothing like a guy that goes around. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. Everybody notice me. It's my birthday. Happy birthday, Beetle. He's 70 years old. It's a big one, I believe.
Wow.
Let's hope we all make it. Yeah.
Say it's your birthday, huh?
Yeah.
Tom,
I don't know. Go ahead.
You saw this already?
No, but I was just laughing because I don't know
Tom,
these two that well.
You know Joe and Tim so well. Could you recommend a film each of them would love that they haven't seen?
I would try. But no guarantees. No guarantees.
Good evening, Douglas. I'm trying to catch up. Lila, I love your questions. You're always good at asking a lot of questions, but with this format, I can't catch up. So we got to get moving. Let's move here. All right. Okay. Anyway. All right. So where are we now? I don't know where we are. I didn't pick up anything that I can remember. Maybe I did, but just don't remember. I don't know. Did I show all these things yet? I think I did. Now, Tim.
Okay.
You're going to tell us about some stuff that you've seen?
Yeah, I saw a bunch of stuff, but I'll be brief about most of it. I'm still trying. For years now, I've been picking a topic to watch at least 100 films of a year. And this year I've gotten way behind on my something weird, but I've been trying to catch up. I'm in the 90s now, so I'm going to make it. So don't be mad at me when I talk a little bit about something weird movies, because I'm just trying to get through 100 of them. I watched them. I watched a movie called The Headmistress, and it's just an exploitation, a body, one of those sorts of things. The only interesting, it stars Marsha Jordan, who's very nice to look at. But other than that, the only thing interesting about it is it was made in 1968, just before the rules loosened about what you could show. So there's slipping in little bits of things that maybe they wouldn't have slipped in 6 months earlier. That's about the only interesting thing about that film. And then I watched. Here, let me get it out. I have the boxes, but they're put away. But I watched the 3 major drug films all on one disc: Marijuana, Reefer Madness, and Assassin of Youth. And to me, it's very funny that Reefer Madness is the one that everybody knows, because it's the worst of the 3, in my opinion. I think Assassin of Youth is probably the best, but Marijuana is really good too. They both have more interesting stories. They're both more plausible. Maybe that's why they're not well known. They're not plausible, but they're more plausible, but they're interesting, and I actually enjoyed. Reefer Madness. I don't enjoy it anymore. I just watch it and go, here we go again. But the other two, I actually enjoy them. They're not bad movies. They're not accurate. There's nothing accurate. Every one of these movies tells you smoke one joint and you're hooked for life, and you're going to
just today. Thank you. Just today, as someone who's never smoked a joint. Just today, I saw, real quick, somebody on Facebook. Maybe you see these things while you're scrolling. This junkies, they're like around it. You always have their head down in there between their legs. And this guy apparently wakes them up. Hey, you okay? You okay? I don't know why. I keep coming across these things. Anyway, this one girl, she was 26, I think. And she's really strung out and she's messed up. He asked her, like, what are you into? And she talks about all the things she's hooked on. She's a wreck. Yeah. How did you start? Yeah, 11 years old. I had a joint. That's how I started. It was a gateway for her. But anyway, no, these things never happen.
No, I'm not saying it's not. I'm
saying that everybody says
you're insane. According to these movies, you're insane a month after you start smoking reefer. You're done. You're an insane person. And you don't have to move up to anything else. You're just. I mean, they're making it out. They actually said in one of the movies that it's way worse than cocaine. It's like, they're ridiculous, but they're fun.
Yeah. No, I know that. I could tell they're over the top when I watch that stuff.
I watched two more that I just found on YouTube. One I wanted to see for a long time, but I'll talk about the first, Narcotic, which is almost a it's supposed to be like a document. It's filmed like a police procedural, and it's all right. I mean, it gets its point across, and it's almost not an exploitation film, except that they do the same thing in all the other films and exaggerate all of this stuff. And then She Should Have Said No, which most people think is a sex film, and it's not. It's a film about drug addiction, and that's probably the best one of the lot. If you haven't seen She Should Have Said No, it's on YouTube. Watch it. It's pretty entertaining.
I like the title. That's a great title.
Okay, so I watched 5 drug the Something Weird movies made me search out more. So that's why I did that. And now, of course, it's Noir-vember. So I watched Rafifi, a Criterion film.
There you go.
Best, genre there of film. And this is I've seen this before, but I like this better every time I see it. This is just a really good French gangster film. And the bad guy in it's actually pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to give the ending away, but this guy right here is actually one of the nicer people in the film, and he's the head gangster pretty much, but he's actually a pretty nice guy. And this is a really good film. Highly, highly recommend it. And then I've seen this before, and Mike, what's his channel name? You know who I'm talking about, Joe.
Gray 1951.
Yeah, Gray 1951 talked about this film, said Criterion should do it. So I dug out my copy and watched it. And this was way better than I remember. This was great. Bill Conti is over the top as a villain. This is a big combo. And this is just, he is the meanest son of a kind you've ever seen in any noir film. I've never seen anybody as awful as this person is. It's pretty good, and you're hoping for him to die at the end. I'll give a little bit away, and he doesn't, but you're glad he doesn't because he's going to suffer worse being alive. So it's pretty cool. The great film. If you can see the big combo, check that out. And I watched 4 Charlie Chan films.
Which ones are those? I don't think like those are those crappy not Sidney Toler.
No, he's good. I like him.
Sidney Toler's good, but that's not who that is it?
Yeah, 3 of the 4. The 4th one, I forget the guy's name, but he wasn't good at all. It's almost my least favorite. Yeah. But my least favorite is Dangerous Money. That just number 1 son was only in one of these, which and that's the best one. The number 2 son was in the other ones, and this had almost a completely different cast besides Sidney Toler and the number 2 son. Their assistant was a different, maybe even the number 2 son was different, and the story just wasn't that good. The trap was really good, and this one had a different Charlie Chan and the Chinese ring, and it was a better film than The Dangerous Money, but they didn't pull it off as well. Because the thing about Sidney Toler is he's so relaxed and lackadaisical, and he makes jokes, and he I suppose I should get up and do this now, and he has this lumbering way of walking, and it just suits him so well. Maybe it's too stereotypical.
Do you like him better than Warner Oland?
Maybe this was Aunt Warner Oland. Maybe that's who that one was, and if it's yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Warner Oland was the first guy. He's
okay, but I liked Sidney Toler a lot. I thought he was really good. So these were okay, and that's what I've watched in the last 2 weeks.
Did you watch the Charlie Chan movie, The Galloping Ghost of Mystery Gulch?
No.
Hey, The Galloping Ghost of Mystery Gulch. It's on the Late Show.
These are the only four I have. So those are the
Years.
four I watched. And I watched 2 a day when I watched them because they're only like
God
70
bless you,
minutes.
man. Wow. I got to take a lesson from you, man. A tip from you. I got so much to do. But all right, is that it?
That's everything I watched.
Well, pretty good. Now I'm gonna there's a lot of things here I'm gonna put up here. Okay, there's a new Star Wars movie next year, whatever it's called,
Yay.
whatever.
It's the
Will you guys
Mandalorian and Grogu.
be seeing it? What about you, Tom?
No, I'm gonna skip this one.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I shouldn't say I'm going to, but because I watched all 3 seasons on Disney Plus, so maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see.
Star Wars movie?
Yeah. So this was a series on Disney Plus. Okay.
Oh, what did you say? She said movie. He saying movie.
Okay. Let me explain. This movie started as 3 seasons on Disney Plus. Okay. So now instead of doing a 4th season, they're doing a movie. So it's a continuation of the 3 seasons on Disney Plus.
Well, you know me, I don't like Star Wars at all. Although, I did go to the theater with my nephews when they were really little to see the first 3, and I could deal with. I like the first 3 enough. I mean, I can watch the first 3. I think I like Empire the best, the second one, and I saw all of them up until the story. The last one I saw. I always forget the name of it. He's telling me with the phony Carrie Fisher at the end, the phony Peter Cushing.
The Rise of Skywalker. Or Rogue One. It's called Rogue One.
I'll never remember it.
Yeah.
Rogue One. I'll try it. I remember Rogue best. How's that?
Yeah, there you go.
So I'm not going to see it. And this was done a long time ago. Wow. I mean, it's a shame they could ruin such a thing that was good.
When George Lucas sold Star Wars to Disney Plus, that's when it was done.
Yeah. Watch Apartment 7A, Joe. The first Omen was an enjoyable prequel too. I don't love The Omen even, although I do. It's okay. It's not bad, but I don't love The Omen. But yeah, I don't think I would see the first Omen. You never know. Oh, please. Let me see a list of my comments. Are you asking me? Ask these guys.
I listen, Montgomery Clift is my 3rd favorite actor. I adore him. And I would say, The Heiress with Olivia de Havilland is fantastic. His cameo scene in Judgment at Nuremberg is one of the best acted scenes in cinema history. And I love him in The Misfits with Clark Gable and Marilyn Monroe. So he's fantastic. I love Montgomery Clift.
I have to see a list. I don't even think I can come up with any right now.
I like him. I can never think of the name of the film. Wasn't he in a Hitchcock film?
Yeah, he was.
I like that one, but I can never think of the name. He plays a priest. I know that.
Plays a priest. Yep.
But I can never remember the name of the film, but I like him in that a lot.
I'm drawing a blank on it right now, but I have it. I own it.
Yeah, I own
it. We got to move along. As far as 60s, not quite horror, more thriller. Wait Until Dark with Audrey Hepburn. I quite like a bit. That's 67. Yeah, I saw that as a kid. We used to. Now I've got to move along. That's on. Here I am. But it's a good story. I mean, we went to when I was I think 8 years old or something. We used to go to this summer resort place, and at nighttime they'd have casino, they'd have the bar, they'd have a movie on the projectors, the old projectors, and they showed Wait Until Dark. And as a kid, I thought it was really scary. Actually, not so much anymore, but it's good. I love Godzilla dancing. I can't get enough. And it was Tom's suggestion. Do you remember suggesting putting that up as a clip? Do you remember that? You said you should put that up as one of those clips. I had to record it off the screen because I still don't know how to do that. Anyway, I thought the new Frankenstein was pretty poor. Any thoughts? Did you see it?
No, I hadn't seen it. You hadn't seen it, so
you what was I thinking when you said you saw it to the theater?
No, a theater was an independent, smaller theater was playing it, but it was 30 minutes away, and I didn't want to drive that far to go see it.
Okay. I saw Bride of Frankenstein for about the 10th time. On the end, the monster pulls the lever to kill them all. On Son of Frankenstein, the monster's back. What happened to the bride? Well, you could ask a million questions, Eddie. You could ask, how come he has the power? He can talk in Bride, and he forgot how to talk in Son. you can say a lot of things. You know, it's sequels. That's how it is. The bride died. The bride died in the explosion. I guess.
Yeah,
You
maybe
know?
maybe the bride dying was so powerful that the monster lost his will to speak.
There you go.
Frankenstein
See, you
got
gotta make-
frozen, didn't he? Isn't that how he survived? He got frozen.
in what, the sun?
Yeah, I get them confused.
No,
One of them
no,
got frozen.
he wasn't frozen in that one. No, he
Oh,
just was.
okay.
He had been blown up, and he's frozen in a couple of them, but he's not frozen in that one. You know, but not that it matters. But oh man, my neck. No drugs, no Magical Mystery Tour movie. Yeah, you say that like it's a bad thing. No, hello, Eric. Saw 3 Days of the Condor for the first time the other week.
Yeah, I've been meaning to buy that. Kino released it recently, so I need to pick that up.
My favorite genre, Kino.
Hey.
French Connection 2, where Popeye Doyle gets hooked, is a tough watch. I don't think I never saw 2, but I saw it on TV. Some of it.
I own it, but I've never. I don't own one, so I never watched.
Man, how are we gonna
Let's
get
go,
to
Tim? Tim, you don't watch enough movies. You need to watch more movies, Tim.
Yeah, it's impossible. I'm remember, folks. I'm telling anybody watching this because we got some Weisenheimers out there. It's not my goal to watch every movie ever made. You know, what comes my way, fine. 2001: A Space Odyssey. We go through this every time too.
Yeah,
Thoughts all. I think it's overrated, but I think it's still special effects
I
today
don't understand it.
Are
still a Marvel. Let me finish my thing. Are still a Marvel. Go ahead, Tim. What were you saying?
I don't understand it. I think it's a well-made movie,
That doesn't
but
make
I
any
just
sense.
don't understand it.
It's visually, it's stunning, but
Yes.
overall, I think it's a bit boring.
Yeah, Roland Winters was Charlie Chan also. Now, Warner Oland was the first Chan, and everybody that's like Sean Connery of Bond. They consider him the best.
I think
Usually,
he's the one in the fourth one, and I didn't. Compared
What's the name
to
of the fourth one again?
I didn't like
What's the name of the fourth one again? The one you didn't like?
The Chinese Ring.
I really don't think that's him. Are you sure? I don't think the Chinese
Well,
Ring
it's
is
a different guy. I don't remember.
Warner Oland. Okay, you know who I'm talking to out there. This is a clip for you.
I don't know. I can show you what he looks like. That's what he looks like.
Yeah, that's not Warner Oland. It's probably Roland
Okay.
Winters.
Or this guy is. They didn't even attempt really to make him look Chinese. And
Yeah, I know the titles of them, so I knew that wasn't a title of one of the.
No, he just wasn't as good.
Man, I can't answer with Ralph concerned. I can't. Every comment I did. Wow. Yeah, I'm glad you like this. I would never be caught dead watching a movie about that idiot. You know, Bruce Springsteen. Yeah, I want to see the Betty Boop movie too.
But I don't like politics and music, so.
Yeah. And Frankenstein Meets the Wolf Man, he was found frozen. Yes, he was also found frozen in House of Frankenstein right after that one. I think it's time, Ramoga. If you look, in my main page, you could see the address to send gifts to. At this point, I would really ask you to send me a gift. The Outer Limits, complete collection. Yeah, the Chinese Ring is Roland Winters. There you go. Suddenly, I feel like Chinese food. All right, now let's go. Okay, Tom, you're up.
I already talked about the movies I saw.
You did? Yeah. What am I rushing for?
No. I don't know. I was wondering that.
Oh, my freaking neck. You guys being in my neck. All right, so anyway, I'll talk about the one movie I saw that I did a video of. All right, I rewatched a movie I haven't seen in many years, so it was like kind of fresh. And it was 1975's Death Race 2000, which stars David Carradine and Sylvester Stallone. And Sylvester Stallone in a very early role. And it's produced by Roger Corman. One of those movies that's so cheap. He's able to do a lot with a low budget. Now, the thing about this movie that is going to hopefully lead to a little bit of discussion at the end is I watched it with my friend Anthony. He wanted to see it. He hadn't seen it. He remembered he liked it a long time ago. So one afternoon, I was feeling tired. I wasn't into it. It was one of those. I was kind of like in his zone, like zoned out. And we're watching it, and I'm seeing these guys drive around. First of all, as it says in my video, I don't use the word dated often, but I hate when they make a science fiction movie that's supposed to be set in the future, and 2000 is now already long gone. Now 2000 is 25 years in the past. And, it doesn't work that way. Why don't they just make these movies Death Race of the Future or, Future something, whatever. Death Race 2100 or something. I really like that. But anyhow, so I'm watching it and I'm like asking myself questions like, how are they able to? They're supposed to drive across different states and they get points when they run people over.
Yeah,
if they kill people, they get points. And I'm saying, but how can they? They're watching it. How can anybody watch this? They can't watch it. Well, I missed it the first time, but they mentioned it's by satellite and your own TV wherever they are. You can see it. Oh, okay. I missed it the first time. I missed a lot of things the first time. And I thought, this really sucks, man. When I get to rate this, I'm going to give it 0. This thing is so bad. But then I feel when I was more into it, awake at night, I played the Roger Corman commentary with one of the actresses in the movie. And it was quite entertaining, the commentary, and informative. And I had the subtitles on at the same time of the movie, for the movie. And I'm like picking up on things. I get it now. And I said, now I'm going to do the next day. I'm going to watch the whole damn thing, really into alert with the subtitles. And that's something I want to talk about. I'm starting to like subtitles when I'm watching discs of movies I've not seen yet that I don't know already. Because I find I can't always catch all the words. Maybe I don't understand what they say. I never thought about that. But I'm starting to realize subtitles, for me, are helpful. And anyway, before we get into that discussion, I just found out that I enjoyed it more. It's still a bad movie, but it's so bad it's fun and good now. Popcorn movie.
There's a good couple pairs of what in that film too.
Yeah. When I saw it for the first time when I was about 14, there was a certain blonde in it that I kind of really liked a lot.
One of the blondes. I like the blonde that was riding with Frankenstein. I don't know if that's still, but and I'm like, but it's just weird. Like I'm watching it and like this is how out of it I was the first time. I might have nodded a couple of times. There's like scenes they're driving and then like they're all having a massage. They all the drivers of in the race. They're
all in the same room. All in the same room.
I'm like, when did this happen? Does this happen? Like, is this flashback? And I'm like later on, they're all having dinner somewhere together, eating. And I'm like, when did it's obvious when you're paying attention and you're not tired, that this goes on over days. This is not something.
Yeah. They have a starting point in the daytime and a finishing point at night, and then they go have dinner and do whatever, and then the next day they start out again. That's how it works,
It is interesting to see Stallone in such an early, performance.
Yeah.
And his, how he went from that to being the action star that he became.
He's not very great in this. David Carradine's pretty good in it, but Stallone is not.
No, Stallone, but he's not very good in it, Stallone. But I thought he was funny. I thought he was unintentionally funny.
I mean, but if you saw that movie, you would never predict that he could ever become a good actor. You'd think he could do this, and that's about it.
Yeah, Eric, I'm not going to go into detail with Springsteen, but you know the deal. But anyway, so what do you think? Do you guys ever do that for a movie that you're not familiar with that gives you the option to put subtitles on? Do you ever watch it with the subtitles?
I think you need a sound bar, Joe, and I'm very serious, because TV speakers are in the back, and that's why you can't hear dialogue very well. If you had a sound bar, you could hear the dialogue.
No, but still things could you can miss, even if not just audibly.
Right. Well, yeah, there are times when
they slur their words or something, or you didn't pick
Right.
something up.
or they're whispering. The dialogue's not very high in the volume. So yeah, there are times where I'll use the whatchamacallit subtitles, but it's not very often.
Yeah, I don't think I ever have.
Well, the thing too is, I mean, like those Charlie Chan movies. Like I have a bunch of them, and I tell you again, I can't follow them all. Some of them, the plots. Some of them are, who's who and who did this and who's did. This was the one that was found in the other room, and this one was the wife, and she did this and that. He did that. I'm like, sometimes when I see it, when I read it, I follow it better. I don't know why, but it's just something new that I'm noticing. That's all, and I just appreciated it a lot more that way. Of course, you have to be alert and everything to read all that. So, let's see. Up to Father Ted. I don't know Father Ted.
It's an Irish. I'm pretty sure Irish series. I've seen a few of them because I lived with an Irish guy for a while.
I always use subtitles, and in my younger years could not stand them. Well, that's like me too, really. I still don't prefer it because I still believe that you're supposed to be looking at the damn screen. You're not supposed to be focusing on the bottom of the screen, maybe missing a slight expression or something, or a smirk or something on the actors. But it helps sometimes now, I find, for me. And also, again, it shows you again what I've said many times, whether it's music, an album, or when it's a movie. Sometimes if you're in the right mood, or in the wrong mood, I should say, when you first see it, you might not like it or get it. You never go back to it.
Yeah. That happens all the time.
It happened with Kill Bill Volume 2. I liked Volume 1 so much. I think we talked about it. I mean, Volume 1 so much like outrageous and a lot more action, and then 2 was more of a story telling you what happened and why it happened. And I was like, it wasn't as good. But then a situation happened where I don't go into details, where I had to see Kill Bill in a theater two a few more times, and I loved it more and more. And I'm like, wow, this is great. Then I saw it 9 times in the theater willingly. That's how much I liked it. And needless to say, that's my record. 9 times for a movie in the theater, Kill Bill 2. And I was like, this thing to me, because the more I saw it, the more I found out, the more I discovered, the more layers I uncovered. I was like, boy, I know why he did that now, and I feel more emotional about this, and the music, the way it kicks it. You can watch a movie, and these things one time just elude you, whether it's a music cue or whether it's something you'd missed. But can we watch every movie 9 times? No. I always say that. Will we want to? No. So, yeah. His nose fixed. I didn't know that. When did he ever get his speech fixed?
But yeah, with Stallone, I see why you're watching subtitles. I get that.
Yeah, that's true. You have to watch the end of First Blood when he's talking about, okay, we get a job, pocket. You should watch that with the subtitle. That's a good point. Yeah. So it sounds like a dark. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's the thing. It's a dark comedy action. Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's pretty funny for its time. And the cars almost look cardboard. I mean, they had zero money for the cars. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, I really, I mean, what a difference. I was ready just to give that away. I don't know if I'm going to see this again, but then I watched it the right, alertness and my right attitude, and knew, okay, it's a comedy, it's a dark comedy, but it's got the violent parts. There's violent parts in there, so you get that too if you want that.
Yeah,
there's war in there.
It's one of Corman's better films.
I agree. I agree.
He used closed captioning with everything. We're getting to a quarter 2. For me, most of the time with foreign films, I like anime. I tend to watch them in the original language with English subtitles. There's exceptions. You see, that's the thing too. We talked about that. There's some of those Toho Godzilla movies the early ones. I loved them with English dubs. That's the English dubs from the '60s that I grew up with, and they put a little more effort into them. The ones they do now, later the '90s and stuff, it sounds like they got the same like actor doing all the voices, and it just
Well, they a lot of the Chinese or the Japanese films. Paul Frees does like most of the voices in so many of them. It's
and there's an
terrible.
example there in King Kong
But
Escapes, which is one I recommend with the
to
King
me,
Kong
it's
fight.
weird. Most of the time I want to hear the original language, but sometimes like karate films, martial arts films, I kind of like them dubbed for some reason. I think they're funnier. I think they're and they're supposed to be humorous, especially the ones that are supposed to be humorous are funnier when they're dubbed. And once in a while, I love Hong Kong films. Once in a while, they're made in mainland China, and they're made in Mandarin instead of Cantonese. I can tell the difference, and I do not like to listen to spoken Mandarin. Those I will watch
Ooh.
with English dubs if I can, because I just don't like.
Do
It's like
you? Well,
German. I don't really like listening to films in German either. It's such a guttural language that you know. But most of the time I don't. Most of the time I'll watch it in original.
Oh,
Buckwheat
fly.
Sing. I remember
Keep
that.
time away, babe.
Now listen, back to Paul Frees, I want to say, you might know it. He did so many voices, and he was known on those Rankin and Bass things where he played
Yeah.
Burgermeister, Meisterburger. He can do this deep voice, Burgermeister, Meisterburger. Well, anyway, in King Kong Escapes, a Toho 1967 or 8 Japanese monster movie where King Kong fights a mechanical robot, he plays an evil doctor named Doctor Who. Well, the voice of the Japanese guy, Doctor Who, not the same Who, the British Doctor Who, and he's like, I watched it the original like one time. I grew up with it in English with Paul Frees, and I watched it. He's like, Kong, come here, Kong, get the girl, Kong, get the girl. He got this great freaking Paul Frees deep commanding voice. Then for kicks one time, I said, let me watch it in its original language. I'm so used to this. And it was like just some regular guy, like in Japanese that can't do, that thing. And I'm like, it's not even freaking threatening or menacing at all, his regular voice. It's so much better with that in it to me. But a new album, Buckwheat Sings.
Looking for Nub. Looking for Nub.
Joe, I think you know who she is. Jerome Weaselberry, I think it was last week, just did a review of it. I don't remember what film, but it was one of those 60s Japanese films.
Yeah.
And she said she was looking at the credits, and she said Paul Frees did the voice for every actor in that film, even the women. Every voice was Paul Frees.
Yeah, Jerome Weisel. That's a weird name, Jerome Weiselberry, but whatever.
Well, yeah, that's not a real name.
But I will say that she's a girl after my heart. She loves horror movies. She loves Godzilla.
She loves all movies. I just.
And she'll watch everything. Yeah, she's one of those. She'll watch everything, just about. I dare you to watch Human Centipede. But anyway,
no, she's not gonna watch that. But
I gotta get rolling him. Yeah. We did cover everything, didn't we?
I think so. If you're into movies, check out Jerome Weaselberry. There, I've said it.
Yeah, that's a tough name to find, but yeah, it's a guy's name, Jerome.
Yeah, but it's a girl, an ageless girl. She's been doing this channel for over 10 years, and I swear she hasn't changed one iota in those 10 years.
I watch videos too when she does, like, she talks about other things, like how she does her channel and stuff, and she says that she just made this name up. I think she says Weaselberry, whatever, Weasel, whatever. And the thing is, she also says she doesn't use, I remember one time saying she doesn't use high def. She uses the old camera because she doesn't want, I don't have to put any makeup or too much makeup on or anything. I don't have to worry about it. So anyway, I'm glad you missed us. We're back, and hopefully we'll be here next week. So let me get going because I'm running late here. So I got to go. Thank you to you guys, Tom, Tim, Thank you for being here.
We're just throwing you a bone, Joe. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Colin. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Anybody out there that likes horror movies, get in touch with me. We got to get some horror people on here too. Okay. But anyway, and that's not all I watch. Yeah. Anyway, I can't wait to watch. When am I going to watch this? Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. When am I going to do that?
I don't know.
I'm not exactly like it doesn't have to be yesterday. But anyway, it's been a lot of fun. See you all later. Cheers.
Go see.